My foot on the gas like I'm tryna bust out the bottom. Watch out slide, a nigga get off like a potter. Catch me if you can, I'm a bad man. Live a double life like I'm Batman. My foot on the gas.
What is up, everyone? It's your boy Mike from Balls of Fury, and today I just wanted to talk to you guys about setting goals and kind of figuring out what you actually want to do with ball pythons, whether you're thinking about getting into them or if you're already keeping them and you're considering moving forward and breeding them and trying to become a full-time business or having a hobby that actually pays for itself. I'm going to talk to you guys as I'm doing a little bit of maintenance and some visual inspections on some of the snakes to see how they're doing, see how they're growing, and see how they're looking. We're going to change some water, we're going to spot clean, and we're going to get into it, guys. And as far as goals go, guys, when you're setting yourself goals, I mean, when I first got into this, I kind of just wanted to get some ball pythons as a pet, and one ball python turned into 30 ball pythons. So it gets very addicting very fast. Beautiful snake right here. She's doing awesome. I'll give you guys a close-up look on her too once we get the tub situated. But basically, as I did more research and I started to see all the different color mutations and beautiful snakes out there, I kind of became more interested in actually breeding for color mutations and actually considered making some money from this hobby because it's an awesome hobby. And if you're gonna become a full-time business, you have to treat it as a full-time business. And that's basically what I am doing now. I'm trying to turn this hobby into a full-time business where I can actually make money from it and actually do this for a full-time job, which is pretty cool. Now, my full-time job is I am a chiropractor, so right now that's helping me to invest into this business, and it's helping me to buy snakes, eventually a rack system, and hopefully a facility one day once I'm well established and I'm making some real money off of these snakes. Now, kind of, think about it yourself. What are your goals? If you want to just keep them as pets, that's cool. That's awesome. Technically, they are my pets. I love all of them like pets, and I take care of them as best as I can. And I try to provide them with the best possible care they can get here in captivity. Now, guys, I will say money is not my main reason for doing this. I'm actually very passionate about these animals. Snakes in general just have always interested me. I've loved animals since I was a little kid. I've had boa constrictors in the past, iguanas, bearded dragons, parrots, all an assortment of different animals. I am an animal lover at heart, but why not do something that you love and make money from it is what my thought process is. And that's why I'm actually trying to turn this into a full-blown business that pays for itself and that I can actually make a profit off of while I'm doing something I love. Now, I will say to you guys, if you're doing this and you don't love it, you're never going to have success. You're never going to have that motivation to come in here and do the maintenance that it takes, the work that it takes. This is just a part of it, doing the maintenance. This isn't even including feeding. It takes me at least like an hour or two to feed this entire collection on feeding days. Granted, now that's only once every, 7 to 10 days, but it is a lot of work, man. That's also not even including making content like this, posting on Instagram, posting on YouTube, taking pictures, talking to other people, and also the research and learning that goes into this, man. I have learned so many things about these animals and about what it takes to become a breeder and what it takes to invest and what it takes to actually successfully keep these animals in a large collection. So it's a lot of time and dedication and sacrifice that goes into this, you guys, and you have to realize that if you actually do want to make this into a full-blown business. Let's get a close-up on this beautiful Batman. I got her whole cage situated. I want to show you guys this amazing girl. And here she is, you guys, the beautiful Batman ball python. This is a leopard spot nose clown ball python, also known as the Batman. And she is getting some good size on her, you guys. Look at how beautiful this girl is looking. I just love that pattern. Just an awesome animal. And it's important to do visual inspections on your animals, you guys, to make sure that they're doing well, that they're healthy, they look good, and they don't have any injuries or anything like that. But she's doing absolutely fantastic. She is an amazing animal, and I love this snake. order to actually make money from this, guys, you're gonna have to invest money, man. It's gonna take you money to make you money, and you're not gonna see a return right off the bat, man. Especially if you go and buy these animals as hatchlings. As you guys know, if you've watched my videos in the past, I always recommend that you go out and buy females first if you're planning on trying to actually breed these animals, and if you're planning on trying to turn this into a business, because the females, one, they're usually more expensive than the males. Two, they take longer to reach maturity, sometimes up to 3 to 4 years. So it's important to go out and get those females first, especially if you plan to breed. Now, if your goal is to have a pet ball python, you can get whatever sex you want. Really doesn't matter. You can get a boy or a girl. Just depends on your personal preference. If you want something that gets a little bit bigger, I'd get a girl. If you want something that stays on the smaller side, I get a boy. But you guys definitely got to realize that it's going to take money to actually make money. So that is an important thing to know. That is definitely an important factor to consider. Now, you don't have to spend a crazy amount of money. I did, just because I like very rare snakes, and I think it's cool to make world's first, and I want to make things that not a lot of people have, and kind of go my own wave and kind of do things that not everyone is doing, and that's kind of what my goals are. But you guys should work with whatever you like. I like recessive genes, I like pied, I like clown, I like lavender albino, I like all those things, and all of these genes can be very expensive because they hold value and they're very rare. So you guys definitely got to learn about the genetics too of ball pythons if you're going to have success actually keeping them and breeding them and making cool combinations that are going to be high value and in high demand. So definitely keep that in mind, you guys, if you're thinking about that, because that's important to know before you actually go out and invest money. And this is the girl's enclosure that I just cleaned now. This is Onyx, our fire VPI Xanthic, and she's actually looking a little bit dull, so I think she's actually going to go into shed relatively soon, probably within the next week or so, but she is doing awesome. She's getting so big, and she's just a beautiful animal. Take a look at how awesome this animal is. Fire really helps the Axanthics age well, man. I love having that gene in this project, but she's doing fantastic. She's got a nice clean enclosure now. We spot cleaned everything, gave her some fresh water, so she is good to go, you guys. Biggest thing that I want to stress to you guys is that only do this as a business or as a hobby that's going to fund itself if you really truly have a love for it, guys, because without passion and without love for the animals, I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be successful, man. I am obsessed with these animals, and I am obsessed with everything that has to do with ball pythons. So it definitely motivates me and keeps me hungry, keeps me working hard, and it also, motivates me to take great care of these animals, you guys. These guys deserve to be well taken care of. They didn't ask to be in captivity. And I'm responsible for taking care of them, so I want to make sure that I provide them with the best care at all times, and I just want them to live the happiest lives they can in captivity. So if you're going to get into this, man, make sure it's something that you're going to be committed to. Make sure it's something that you're going to be dedicated to and that you're going to put the time into, because these animals don't deserve any less than that. And this girl is looking absolutely phenomenal, man. She's getting better and better with size and age. This is Ferrari, the Orange Dream Enchi Freeway Pied. We'll get some close-up shots on her too, and then we'll clean the rest of these tubs too, you guys, and I'll give you a little time lapse on this. Look at how amazing this girl is looking, guys. She is getting huge, man. I remember when this girl used to fit in the palm of my hand, but just check out that awesome coloration. Camera's not really picking it up too well. There we go. But man, what an awesome snake. This girl's getting better and better with age, man. And I just love that head stamp. Just an awesome snake, man. A really, really cool mutation. And this is a super, super rare snake, guys. I haven't seen anyone else working with a combination quite like this. So that's why I said I really like the rare stuff. I want to make stuff that no one else is making. And that's part of the goals that I've set for myself. Another thing you guys got to think about too when you're running a business or starting a business, or you're having success in the business, especially with ball pythons, you're going to have to make difficult decisions. You're also going to have failures like deaths, sicknesses. That's just part of keeping animals, you guys, at the end of the day. And what I mean by difficult decisions is like, my boy here, Odell, was my first snake ever. And, I'm going to keep him just because he means a lot to me, because he started all of this. And he's only a spider ball python. I don't plan to really breed much spider ball pythons because they do have a neurological issue called the spider wobble. But other than that, the only reason I'm really keeping him is for the sentimental value. And now I know in the beginning of the video I said you have to treat it like a business if you want it to turn into a business. And this is a business decision that you'll have to make at some point. Like a lot of these animals that I originally got that I love, eventually I may have to rehome them and sell them to upgrade my genetics and level up each year, because realistically, guys, I can't keep every snake. My team can't keep every snake. So we're going to have to make those difficult decisions on what to sell, what to keep, in order to continue to grow the collection, continue to upgrade our genetics, and continue to level up every year, man. It's just part of it. And also, guys, I really don't want to have a huge collection of ball pythons. I like it to stay powerful and compact, and work with what I really love to work with, and produce what I really, really want to produce. And also, guys, I will say, know your limitations. If you can't afford to keep 30 ball pythons or 100 ball pythons, know your limitations, guys. If you can keep 10 successfully and make some money off of them, and have a hobby that pays for itself, then I would stick with that. But if you're able to provide the animals with the proper care that they need, and you're able to support the collection, then that's where your limitations are at. And make sure that the animals' needs are being met before anything else. And that is another reason why I said that these difficult decisions will need to be made, because I love having a lot of snakes, but I want to give my snakes the best possible care I can. And if there's too many of them, I will begin to neglect them and not give them the proper care that they deserve. So I think that's why down the long run, we're going to try to keep our collection compact and actually very, very strong genetic wise and small. So that's what our goal is, basically, and just to produce high-end animals and run the business that way. But definitely think about those decisions that you'll have to make, guys, at some point. And it's all part of what comes with running a business. It comes with animals. And also, things happen, guys. We've had 2 snakes pass away. One passed away out of the blue, showed no signs of illness or anything like that. I'm suspecting it was maybe a genetic issue or something like that, or possibly a parasite. But we don't know for sure. I never got an autopsy done on the snake. But that was a $2,500 loss right there. And she actually died about 3 months after we had purchased her. So we really didn't have her for very long, and it was unfortunate. But these are things that come with this type of business, and any type of business for that matter. You're going to have wins and losses. It's what you learn from them and what you do after that that will define your business and define the success that you have with your business. So that's all I wanted to touch on at that point, guys. But that is definitely something important to think about and consider.
Girl, I want some of the nookies. Like, give me that. I just want some of the cookies. Show me some brown skin. I want to touch without looking. Like, give me that. Girl, I want some of the nookies. Show me some brown skin.
Now I know that might have looked fast in the video, but that actually took me about 40 minutes to go through all these tubs, spot clean, check on everyone, give them fresh water. I typically will give them fresh water every 2 to 3 days, and I will spot clean them every 2 to 3 days and check on them every 2 to 3 days. Our feeding schedule is once every 7 to 10 days for juveniles, hatchlings, breeder females, and our adult males get fed every other week, so once every 14 days, unless they are a hatchling. That is for our breeder males. Now, also guys, that doesn't even include the time that I put into YouTube, Instagram, making social media stuff, and the other things that go into running a business and caring for these animals. So definitely consider your goals. Definitely think about all these things. Think about if you have the drive, the dedication, and the passion to work with these animals and potentially turn this hobby into a full-blown business. I'm not quite there yet. My team's not quite there yet, but we are setting goals every single year and crushing them and working our way to that actual goal itself and that actual dream. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a great night. Please like this video. Please drop a comment. Please subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys soon. Peace.